Hey, very good morning, guys. Welcome to today's live decoding session for BankNifty futures. Today is Friday, the 22nd of September 2023, and the current time is 9:03 a.m. IST. And let me just quickly share my screen. And first of all, let's look at the overall context in terms of what has happened yesterday. Okay, so first of all, from the structure and from the market profile chart, the sellers are the ones who are currently dominating, and we have got them as two single prints. So the single print between 45,000 to 45,100, and the second single print above 45,900. So these are the two areas where supply is seen, and overall we have a sort of a double distribution, sort of a balance. Okay, now as the price has closed around the low, I'm expecting a gap down opening, and the areas now where I'm looking at is around 44,500, because we are now going to near a major swing low, because that's where the rapid up move started, and now we are again nearing that particular zone. So this is where I'm expecting some balancing, look below and fail sort of scenarios. Because this is where a lot of inventory was collected from the smart money and from the smart players who basically accumulated, and then they distributed the inventory. Again, they accumulated the shorts, and now they are just distributing the shorts they are buying. Okay, so typical business happening where they are buying at low, selling at high, again selling at high, and buying at low again. Yeah, so making money both on the long and on the short side. Yeah, so that's how a typical e-commerce, or not e-commerce but a simple commerce, which is happening. So today, what I am expecting, or what I'm going to look at, is first of all, uh, uh, we are going to open gap down. So where are we going to open? Because if we open below 44,400, okay, so that's where we have got a very big excess. So this was a price probe plus an excess where the lot of supply is the one there are trapped. So basically this is the zone of trap shorts. So this is where I'm expecting some sort of responsive buying, and overall what has happened is the inventory, which was long, right? So currently, since last 2 days inventory is short, and from the market generated information we have got two prominent gaps. And the third thing is these are the two balances. So I'm going to see, first of all, do we open gap down, or do we open pretty flat? If we open pretty flat, then I'm expecting the first single print to be taken out, but this is the first zone where I'm going to expect some choppiness, and see if we have continuation higher or not. But overall, yes, inventory, all the data is suggesting that inventory is short, and now it is again the retest of buyers who are going to come and who would try to protect their positions around 44,500 level. Okay, if this level breaks, so if this particular price probe, this is where a lot of shorts are trapped. If this particular zone breaks, then I'm expecting again further continuation to the 44,000 level. Okay, but a nice auction development is happening, and if you see the yesterday's fall from 45,400 to 44, this was a pretty good trending day, a good massive fall, and it has taken out the stops of 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 days. This was also a stop which was taken out here, but it takes 3 to 4 days to price to rise up, and just a single day to price to fall. So that's the overall scenario, and the hypo which I'm having. Now I'll share overall a monthly profile, and you should be able to see some clues specifically from this particular chart. Okay, so first of all is one of the videos I shared is we are opening, or price is developing out of value. So I'm expecting price to at least test the value. Once it tests the value, then I'm expecting it to test the POC and also the value area low, because that's where again supply is gonna shut off. Okay, and guess what has happened? So this is the monthly volume profile for the month of September, and see where we have stopped is we have stopped at the monthly POC. Plus below around 44,600 is the zone where I'm seeing a lot of trap sellers, and these are nothing but you know, the spike, basically the spike which was formed. You know, that's why, you know, I'm seeing this is the delta heat map, but yeah, this is where, you know, I'm seeing the lot of short strap. Okay, so the pre-open data is out, and guess what? We are opening flat. Okay, so 44,700 is the zone. So what is happening is, a lot of folks would have gone short looking at close at the low. So they would have bought puts, they would have shorted calls. So they are the ones who are trapped now. So we are opening around 44,700. You know, 44,700 is the zone, but you know, 766 for me, this is the zone, and I'm expecting some sort of responsive buying, and so we are opening within this balance. So the hypothesis is now clear. This can be the overall auction path, is we are opening within the second balance. So this is the first balance and this is the second balance. In the second balance is, you know, a lot of shorts are trapped, so they will be looking to exit the current auction, and I'm expecting some sort of responsive buying, and 44,800 is the zone where, you know, we have a POs, you know, the time point of control. That's where I'm expecting some sort of supply to come in, but overall there are 3, 4, 5, 6, a lot of stops present if I go to a simple chart like this, right? So we are opening, so 671 plus 80, you know, so 781, you know, you consider, but I'm seeing, first of all, first, second, third, you know, fourth, fifth. So, you know, we have got 5 stops on the top followed by a single print. And we are going to open about 720 level. Okay, so the range, this is the overall range, you know, which I'm looking at between 850 to 720. The reason why I'm looking at 850 is, first of all, we have got a lot of trapped buyers, okay, in this zone. So when the auction reaches here, that's where I'm looking to buy a put and see if it reaches lower. And 780, you know, these are the areas. So first of all, here there are trapped buyers, here we have got trapped sellers, again here we have got trapped buyers. So this is area of supply. If the price opens above this, this is gonna act as immediate support, and if the price opens between 760 and 720 in this, so this is the overall range which I'm looking for it to chop, and then see, you know, whether we see again continuation higher, so where the breakout is happening. So I'm going to specifically focus on the order flow which is going to come in, but you know, this is the overall plan which I have, you know, for today. Yeah, now coming to my trading account, I'll just open one click. Okay, so yesterday I made a loss of 10 rupees, but yeah, overall this is the current amount which I have. So NSE derivative equity, but yeah, overall 42k is the amount, you know, which is currently available. And from the premium perspective, the call premium is much higher compared to put. So you know, as we are opening flat, so there will be some you know, premium erosion. So basically the puts are the ones who are trapped, so there will be some you know, premium erosion on both the sides. But today being Friday, just be extra careful, extra cautious. And also on the Telegram channel, I have shared this particular chart of couple of levels, but there is seller at 789, 926. But yeah, these are the zones where I'm looking for sellers supply to come in, because if you see, this is the zone where there is predominantly supply is definitely present. Okay, so 926 and 789 are the zones, you know, where I'm looking for supply. So auction is going to open, you know, in this particular range. Yeah, so I'll be looking at the order flow, and you know, then I'll be taking the trades. But how nicely, you know, you can decode any market, structure the data, and you know, create your trade plan. Okay, so yeah, expecting some responsive buying at the open, and a lot of call inventory is created compared to the put inventory. So let's see you know, how the overall auction develops right at the open. Okay, so the current time is 9:13:23. If you have got any questions, feel free to use the chat, or else, you know, we will just observe, we'll just look at the open. So we are going to open above, so okay, 766 is one level, but yeah, and we also have got a trapped buyer here. So I'm looking for, it's going to open around above 766 or not. That's what I'm looking at. And 800 is where, I'm looking for, some supply to come in, because if you see this bubbles, these are the areas where we have got buyers trap using so this analyzes the liquidity. This analyzes the order which is coming in. So if you look at this, right, the orders which are coming in, so it analyzes this in real time, and it helps me to simplifies. Basically, these are the bubbles which helps me to identify who's trapped, and and based on that, I can create the overall trade plan. Okay, so 766 is the area where I'm observing, where I'm looking at. So let's see where the auction opens, and based on that, if the order flow is supporting, then I will be taking the trades. Okay, great. Okay, so we have opened between this zone, so there is some supply coming in, and auction is developing above 766. Okay, so let's see what is the chop, because this is a supply where supply has definitely come in. And if I look at the call premiums, right, it is just hovering around 530, 540, 530, 540. Now there is some short covering, but do not trade right at the open. Let me just see if the correct strike prices have been selected. Yeah, so that is very important. So now now you are seeing the correct strike prices. So just taking a test trade at 483, and I'm just exiting. So made a loss here. I was looking for some supply to come in, but yeah, 17 bucks is the loss which I have made. Now I'm taking a trade up 480. Sorry, this is at 332. Now it is at 324. But I am looking for supply to come in at this particular zone. Now it is at 330. Yeah, it's pretty fast. It's pretty fast moving. Looks like this will be. I was looking for some supply, and I'm just exiting. So 332 to 390. But this was the zone where I am looking for sellers to come in. Overall, I'm still in a loss. But yeah, now I'm seeing we are going to have continuation higher. Structurally, yes, this is where I'm looking for sellers to come in. But yeah, supply is not definitely coming in. There is some short covering happening. So yep, it is going to continue higher, and this is where I'm expecting the auction to go and bring in some liquidity. So this is the next zone where I am looking at. Okay, so they have taken 2 test trades. Overall, I'm in a loss of 18 bucks. So as the auction is going to come lower, I'm expecting it to move higher, because this is where the next sellers or the supply is present based on the order flow. We are seeing a short covering move. Okay, so now there is some trapped buyer here. So we are just going to chop between this zone. Nope. Yeah, are we going to chop? Let's see. In the meantime, yeah, it is continuing higher. Nice supply short covering is seen. Okay, I'll just look at the correct strike prices. Yes, these are fine. Nice short covering seen. So I'm looking for supply to again come in at this particular zone, but there is a support area here. So this level is going to get hold. So just taking a simple test trade at 475. I'll keep this at 482, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it got hit. Okay, so this was again a test trade. So I entered at 475, it exited, hit it at 488. But again, short covering is the one, which I'm seeing now. I'm looking for continuation. So this is the immediate support zone. So I have taken 1, 2, and 3 trades and made about 174 quick bucks through scalping. Okay, so this is going to hold, and now we have entered into the area where there is supply seen. This is the single print zone where I'm looking for sellers to come in, but yeah, lack of selling is again, I'm looking for continuation higher and see, but yep, I'm seeing that yeah, so there is going to be some choppy things happening, but the next area where I'm looking at is the previous day's VWAP. So let it continue higher, let this particular single print, because this is where I am looking for supply to be coming in, and we are nearing to the next level, which I have marked as 927. Okay, so some choppiness will be seen. Let me just go to a smaller time frame. Yeah, we are nearing. So this is the next level where I'm looking for sellers to come in, and also this is where there are trapped buyers. Yeah, so some supply is definitely going to come in. A lot of buyers are getting trapped in the current order flow. So now what I'm expecting is some choppiness, and does it go up to this level, and do we have a bounce back, or does it move lower? And then, because if this type of auction happens, then I'm looking for continuation lower towards the VWAP. So but yeah, there are certain buyers which are currently trapped in the current auction. Okay, but supply, we are at 927 level. 927 level is here. So yes, I'm just observing that particular zone. We have got some buyers here. So trap seller, good amount of stacked buyers. Yeah, this is a stack, very nice stack, structurally seen. So I'm just taking a test trade. Nope, it is failing. So I have taken a put at 346. Yeah, and it is, so I will be in loss of 63 bucks. But a nice short covering is happening. But yeah, this was a test trade which I have just taken. So it shared with me that it is, the supply is weak today. Okay, now this stack level is gonna hold, is that is what I'm looking at. So I have entered at 529. I'll keep the SL as 540. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it got hit. Okay, so entered at 529, I exited at 542. Okay, but yeah, this level, the reason why I entered a call is this is a pretty nice zone. Now obviously the trailing SL is a mandatory requirement because I'm purely scalping options. So you never know, because this is pretty wild. So you saw this, right? It was 539 to 547 to 568. Yeah, so a short covering is happening, and now it is entering into the second single print zone where I'm observing for supply. Okay, I think I'm happy with 135, or whatever things which I have captured. So overall, how many trades I have taken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'm fine with this 5 trades. Let's see, even if I make after brokerage and all even a single rupee, I'm pretty happy with it, because I want to focus more on the process rather than the outcome. So basically, rather than focusing on the MTM, I want to focus on my process, understanding the structure, understanding the order flow which is coming in, creating a trade plan in real time, which I'm sharing right now on YouTube, and then just taking the test trades and see whether my hypothesis is correct or is wrong. Okay, so I hope you learned something new today, and see where the supply is coming in. It is coming in at 44,500, and this is again an area where the supply has come in. So overall what has happened is, we from the first balance, so this was the, if you have seen today's video from the morning, there are two balances which I shared. So this is a double distribution profile. So we are seeing supply getting exhausted, or lack of supply in the second balance, and now I'm expecting a chop between these two balance, because this is a low volume area node, again an area where sellers are thin. So I'm just expecting now some choppy nature. So the next trade is, what I'm looking at is around 10-15. So what specifically for the initial balance. Yeah. So now a short covering 1 2 3 4, nice short covering is happening for second, third candles. Fourth candle is where again sellers are coming in. But yeah, I will just be avoiding to take any quick scalps for the moment. Yeah, let me just close this. From the yearly chart, that's fine. Yeah, this is also fine. Let me just close this. And again, from the where a lot of inventory is getting created is more in terms of calls. So more call inventory is getting created. So overall trend is down. So do not just go against the trend. Currently a lot of call inventory is getting created. So let's just wait. But if you want to take a put trade, so first of all, wait for this, because this is a really nice tax zone where buyers are there and sellers are trapped. Okay, if you want to take a short, after 44,900 is broken, because what it's going to do is it's going to chop again, move lower, come up, but this is a choppy zone, and once it breaks out, then this is where again it will be chopping. Yeah, so I'm expecting responsive buying here, and if this level breaks, then expecting continuation lower, because there are stops, a lot of buffet of stops present below the current low and also the previous day's low. Okay, so yep, supply is seen. So where is the seller? The seller is above 45,000 level from the futures chart. Okay, so 45,000 is the zone where supply is found, again at previous day's VWAP, plus these are the zones where there are trapped buyers. Okay, again now a seller is spotted. So now this is a choppy zone, so do not take any trades, let it fall. So now the next level is at 44,900, and what is below 44,900 is VWAP. Okay, so it is just going to chop. You saw this, right? It went lower, now it is again moving higher. So it has trapped the sellers or the put buyers. Yeah, now again it is moving higher. Now again it is going to come lower. But yeah, the POC has moved higher. So overall distribution of inventory is happening at this particular zone. So I'm looking at this particular zone and I'm expecting a chop. So this for me is a chop zone, a no trade zone. Okay, but I am expecting responsive buying. So first area where I'm expecting responsive buying is at 44,900. So no trades until 44,900 because that's where a lot of sellers are trapped below this. I'm expecting responsive buying here and see if we continue higher or if we just chop around VWAP. And last thing, before I end today's session, what I'm looking at is the slope of VWAP. So it is getting flat. So I'm expecting a balanced auction to be developed today, the overall structure to be balanced. So look at the IB high, IB low. So look at the balance and based on that, you can take a couple of trades. Okay. So ending the session today, do like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you again next week on Monday. If you have got any questions, yeah, feel free to use the chat function. Feel free to comment lower and also join me on my Telegram channel. Yeah. Till then,